This is Chris with Eagles. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris with Eagles. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I got 2 TikTok accounts, they'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Clash of the Castle 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about today's Clash of the Castle. So yeah, they are live in Wales tonight. But yeah, the first thing we're going to be talking about will be the kickoff show, actually. So it was Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits, teaming up with Madcap Moss to take on Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, and Mr. Money in the Bank, Austin Theory. So yeah, that's the match that we had, and it was an okay 6-man tag team match. Now this match, it was alright, like I said. At one point, we did see Chad Gable and Angelo Dawkins. That was the ones tagged in. At one point, we seen Chad Gable hit that roll through German suplex onto Angelo, pins him. 1, 2, Madcap gets in the ring to break up the pin at 2. That's when Austin Theory decides to come in, jumping into that ring like he does through the second row with a drop kick onto Madcap. And then we see Montez get into the ring, hitting the enziguri onto Austin Theory, taking him out. And then that's when Otis gets in there, hitting the shoulder block onto Montez Ford. And then Madcap Moss got back up to hit a fall-away slam on Otis. All of them gets out of the ring, pretty much. And then at one point, we did see Chad Gable try to hit a German suplex on the Montez Ford off the apron, but Montez was holding on to the ropes. That's when Angelo Dawkins comes up underneath him, grabs him like in the electric chair position, and we see Otis and Madcap and them behind him as well. And then that's when Montez gets back into the ring, runs through, jumping over the top rope with a blockbuster onto Chad Gable while hitting a front flip on everybody else, taking everybody else out. That's when they threw Chad Gable back into the ring, and then Montez got tagged in, and that's when he hit the frog splash off the top turnbuckle onto Chad Gable, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, the Street Profits and Madcap Moss defeated Alpha Academy and Austin Theory tonight on Clash of the Castle. So yeah, that's what happened for that match. I'll just give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good kickoff show. But yeah, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be talking about the actual pay-per-view up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So, the first thing to happen on WWE Clash of the Castle 2022, the actual show. Now, you talked about the kickoff show. If you want to, go check it out, or whatever, or you've probably seen it. So, yeah, we got to talk about the first match on the official match card. It was a 6-women's tag team match. It was the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky in the 6-women's tag team match. Now, before I talk about that match, we gotta talk about Clash of the Castle got a large ass crowd, like large as hell. It was, it's packed and everything. Now the ring, it's your ring, but this one it brings back the old times. It don't got the LED boards or nothing like that. It got like the actual ring skirts and all that stuff. So yeah, it was cool to see that, and yeah, the entrance way and all that stuff. It was, it was pretty good and stuff. It looks good. So yeah, but yeah, we'll get to the match, and the match was okay. It wasn't the best. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but it just wasn't. It was just like a little bit sloppy, kind of, if you watch it. But at the ending, we did see Alexa Bliss and Asuka get taken out of this match. And then Bianca and Dakota was the legal women. Bianca grabs Dakota, try to hit the KOD onto her, but then that's when Io Sky grabs Dakota, pulling her off of Bianca's shoulders. Bianca then hits a forearm onto Dakota, and then that's when Bayley comes up grabbing Bianca's hair, pulling it and stuff, and while she was holding her pretty much to the turnbuckles with her hair, that's when Dakota Kai took the opportunity to hit that running big boot to the face on Bianca. And then Bayley comes into the ring, hitting the rose plant onto Bianca, And then Io Sky was a legal woman at that point. She climbs up the top turnbuckle, and then she hits the moonsault onto Bianca, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky defeated Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka tonight in the 6-women's tag team match. That's what happened. The match was alright, like I said, but it wasn't like the best. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. It was an okay opening for Clash of the Castle, but I don't know if it was probably if it should have been the opening match. I don't know. I think it shouldn't have. But yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, like I said in my predictions, I kind of figured that Bayley was going to be the one. Oh wait, never mind. Bayley was the one that got the pin, not Io Sky. My fault. Bayley was the legal woman. But yeah, in my predictions, like I said that Bayley's group was going to win this match, and that she was going to be the one pinning Bianca. So yeah, that's why I said in my predictions, and it literally happened. But yeah, and Bayley and them got new entrants, by the way. So yeah, they changed it up a little bit. It's like the same beat, kind of, with their old entrance, but people singing and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Clash of the Castle. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WWE Clash of the Castle 2022, it was a one-on-one match. It was the Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Sheamus one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship. Now we'll get Sheamus, Butch, and Ridge Holland, the Brawling Brutes, to the ring. And then all of a sudden we see Ludwig Kaiser. He starts talking. And you know what? He introduces Giovanna Vinci. So yeah, Giovanna Vinci, he makes his main roster debut. He used to go by the name of Fabian Acker. I forgot what was his old name. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, he comes to the main roster, and Imperium is back together. So yeah, they get into the ring. We see Sheamus and Gunther having it stared out, and Imperium and the Brawling Brutes starts brawling and stuff, and took it backstage. So yeah, it was a crazy start, and then we get the match started. And this match, it was freaking fire. Go check it out if you haven't yet. So far, it's my favorite match for right now. Now we don't know what's going to still happen, because there's still many more matches later on tonight. But I'm not even gonna lie, I think this is gonna be one of those like hidden gem matches, I think, in my opinion. But this is gonna be, I think it's probably gonna be match of the night. But yeah, of course, both of them beat the hell out of each other at one point. By the way, Sheamus was like playing the babyface role in this match. At one point, we did see Gunther hitting a scoop slam onto Sheamus on the steel steps, which Sheamus barely got back in by the count of 9. Both of them beating the hell out of each other a lot of times. We actually seen Sheamus pull out the Celtic Cross onto Gunther. So yeah, we haven't seen him hit that move in like forever, and he brings it out in this match, which was freaking amazing. He hits onto him. He goes for the pin. 1, 2. Gunther barely kicking out at 2. It was amazing. And then we see at one point Gunther starts taking control. He has that vicious drop kick on Sheamus, and then he picks him up, hitting that power bomb onto Sheamus, pins him. 1, 2. Sheamus barely kicking out at 2. Both of them going back and forth at it. And then we get to the ending where Sheamus started getting hit with some chops by Gunther. And then that's when Gunther lifts him up, hitting another powerbomb onto Sheamus. But Sheamus was not staying down. Both of them looking at each other. Sheamus getting back up, Gunther getting back up. And then we see Gunther hitting a vicious clothesline. Like, you talking about like JBL hitting a clothesline from hell? Nah. It was like nothing compared to what Gunther freaking did. So yeah, Gunther hit the hell out of Sheamus with the vicious clothesline, and then he gets the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Gunther defeated Sheamus tonight and retained the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that's what happened. Very great match. If you haven't yet, go check it out. I'll give this match 4.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a very great match. Go check it out if you haven't yet. But yeah, that's why I'll give the match. Now, I did say in my predictions that Gunther was going to be the one winning, so yeah, I was right in that one too. So yeah, right now I'm 2-0 with the predictions, and yeah, we'll see what else happens. But up next, it looks like it'll be Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler 1-on-1 for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That match, like, it will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on WWE Clash of the Castle 2022. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WWE Clash of the Castle, it was a one-on-one match. It was a SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, versus Shayna Baszler, one-on-one for the SmackDown Women's Championship. In this match, it was very good, actually. It was way better than what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, let's go ahead and get down talking to it. So yeah, we start off the match, and Liv Morgan going off the offense, like hurricanranas, drop kicks, and stuff like that. But of course, eventually Shayna Baszler starts coming back, going after the injured arm, throwing her into the barricade, beating her down, stomping on the arm, and all that stuff. And Liv Morgan was fighting back, going after Shayna Baszler's arm, and actually going at it with Shayna Baszler. Like, it was crazy. At one point, we've seen Shayna Baszler lock on the armbar onto Liv, but Liv fought out of that. And then at one point we see Shayna Baszler lock on the Kitafuda clutch onto Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan rolls through, getting like a 1 count, but it was not over there. But then at the ending, we see Liv Morgan roll up Shayna Baszler 1, 2, Shayna barely kicked out at 2, and then that's where Liv hits the code breaker onto Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's got stunned, goes to the ropes, and then that's when Liv Morgan hits Oblivion onto Shayna Baszler, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Liv Morgan defeated Shayna Baszler and has retained the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's what happened. Very great match. Now, as I did in my predictions, I did say that Liv Morgan was going to win that match, but I thought she was going to win by, like, you know, Shayna Baszler locking on the Kitafuda clutch and then, like, her rolling through for the 3 count. But that ending did not happen. But still, Liv Morgan picked up the win, and I did guess that one. So yeah, but yeah, it's still a really great match between Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Surprising, like, it was more better than what I thought it was going to be for sure. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give it a very great match between those two women. They had enough time for everything and all that stuff. So yeah, very great match. But up next, it looks like we're going to be seeing the Judgment Day versus Rey Mysterio Edge up next on Clash of the Castle. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. Okay, wow, now we gotta talk about the next match. It was Edge and Rey Mysterio with Dominik Mysterio at ringside versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest with Rhea Ripley at ringside, the Judgment Day. So yeah, it was Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day in a tag team match, and this match was great. Now I'll get to the ending at the end, so yeah, just stay tuned. So yeah, we get to the match. It was a pretty good match overall. You know, the Judgment Day was doing pretty good, and Rey and Edge was doing great. Now Edge came out with the mask on, but he took off the mask for, you know, in the match and stuff. But yeah, he just came out with the mask on during his entrance and stuff, which was pretty cool. Now this is the first time that Edge and Rey Mysterio was teaming up in 20 years or whatever. So yeah, but it was a great tag team match. If you haven't yet, go check it out. But yeah, it was just crazy and stuff. At one point, we'd seen Edge hit a 619. It wasn't the best looking 619, but it worked. He hit it on Finn Balor, and then that's when Rey climbs at the top turnbuckle, jumping off for a frog splash on the Balor, pins him, but Balor kicks out at 2. And then, yeah, at one point we see Edge hit a spear onto Damian Priest through the second rope outside of the ring. Pretty much doing the same spear that Big E does all the time. But yeah, that was amazing. And then we get to the ending where we see Dominik pretty much distracting the referee for Rey. And then Rey hit the Hurricane Rana onto Finn Balor off the top turnbuckle, pretty much trying to get Finn Balor to not hit the coup de grace onto Edge. That's what happened. But then Rhea Ripley gets over there, starts beating the hell out of Dominik, just laying him out and stuff. And that's when Rhea Ripley grabs Dominik. It looks like she was about to hit a scoop slam or a fall away slam or something like that onto Dominik. But then that's when Rey comes up with a suicide dive onto Rhea Ripley, taking her out. Just Rey saying, "Hey, these hands were ready to eat for everyone," just like that. So yeah, and then that's when they get into the ring. Then they started working on Finn Balor, Rey hitting the 619 onto him, Edge hitting the spear, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, Rey Mysterio Edge defeated the Judgment Day tonight on Clash of the Castle. That's what happened. It was a great match. But then, after the match ended, they all was celebrating. Dominik was celebrating with them. And then Dominik hits a low blow onto Edge. Yeah, just hit a low blow onto Edge. Rey's like, "Dominik, why are you doing this? Why did you do this to Edge?" And then Dominik, looked like cooler heads was going to prevail in this. Like, Dominik's like, "Damn, I just should have never done that." Fuck this shit. Wham! Just clotheslines Rey, just laying him out and stuff. And yeah, Dominik just turning heel. So yeah, just wow. Now, in my predictions, I said that Judgment Day was going to win this match and Dominik was going to turn heel, but Rey and Edge was the ones that won this match, but Dominik still turned heel. So yeah, I got something right out of this. But yeah, just pretty much crazy. Dominik left out and the Judgment Day was laughing. That's what happened there. Maybe he'll join the Judgment Day. We don't know if he is or not. But he did turn heel tonight, turning on Rey Mysterio and Edge. So yeah, that's what happened there. Just great stuff. Now, I thought that he was going to turn heel during the match and help the Judgment Day win, but that was not the case. And you know what? I actually like what happened now, because it was still more of a surprise. Oh dang, it looks like Dominik ain't going to turn heel. But you know what? He still did anyways. It was just after the match instead of during it. So yeah, just great stuff overall. But yeah, for the match, you know what? I'll add the part after the match too into it. For all that stuff, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was great stuff. Dominik turning heel, Edge and Rey Mysterio picking up a win and all that stuff. Just great stuff. So yeah, it looks like up next we're going to be seeing Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins up next on Clash of the Castle. So yeah, that match will be happening up next, and yeah, I bet that match is going to be a great one. The feud has been great. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Clash of the Castle. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Clash of the Castle, it was a one-on-one match. It was Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle one-on-one. And this match, it was really good. Go check it out if you have yet. So far, this whole pay-per-view has been pretty good. But yeah, we got to talk about it. So yeah, there was multiple points where it looked like Riddle and Rollins was going to win this match. At one point, we seen Riddle actually. Well, we see Seth Rollins hit a superplex off the top turnbuckle, and then he rolls through, trying to hit the Falcon's arrow like he usually does, but Riddle reversed it into a Fisherman Buster, which looked very nice and stuff at one point. And then, at one point, we seen Seth Rollins steal Riddle's finish move, the Bro Derek, tried to pin him with that, but Riddle barely kicking out at 2. And then we see Rollins hitting a discus forearm onto Riddle, and then turns him around, hits another forearm to the back of the head, and then hits a pedigree onto Riddle, pins him 1, 2, Riddle barely kicking out at 2. Rollins was doing everything. At one point, he hit that DDT off the second rope, stealing Randy Orton's move and stuff like that onto Riddle. You know, he was stealing Orton's moves during this match, and after he hit that, he was setting up for the RKO onto Riddle. And when he jumped up and hit the RKO, Riddle reverses it into a sleeper hold onto Seth Rollins, trying to make Rollins tap out, but Rollins fought out of it, and both of them was going at it like crazy. Rollins starts talking some crap to Riddle, talking about like your wife divorced you, that's why your kids don't want to be around you and all that. And the Riddle starts going off, slapping Rollins, beating him down, stuff, throws him outside the ring, brawling with him and stuff, slamming his head against an announce table. But then he grabs a steel chair, about to cost himself the match. tries to hit Rollins with the chair, but Rollins moved out the way, and then he quickly got back into the ring, and then that's when Riddle chased after Rollins, getting back into the ring, but as soon as he got back into the ring, he gets hit with a curb stomp by Seth Rollins, and then Rollins climbs up the second turnbuckle, jumping off with a curb stomp off the second turnbuckle onto Matt Riddle, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Seth Rollins defeated Matt Riddle tonight on Clash of the Castle. That's what happened. It was a great match. If you have yet, go check it out. This is Seth Rollins' first win ever since the Royal Rumble. So yeah, the Royal Rumble he won by DQ, and every single pay-per-view he just lost. So yeah, he finally picked up a win by pinfall at a pay-per-view. So yeah, it finally happened. And yeah, I already know this feud is going to continue on. Like I said in my predictions, it's going to continue on. It's going to have to, because Riddle gets to redeem himself after the loss and stuff. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. The next pay-per-view, I think it is Extreme Rules. So yeah, that will be happening. It looks like they will be going at it. They say Extreme Rules is October 8th. So yeah, I think it's going to be some crazy ass match that these two guys probably going to finish their feud. But yeah, like I said, great match between Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. If you have yet, go check it out for that match. I'll give it 4.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a very entertaining match. So yeah, still, we still got the main event tonight. I think that match will possibly be happening up next. It will be the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the titles in the main event. I think that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Clash of the Castle. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on WWE Clash of the Castle 2022, it was the main event. It was the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre one-on-one for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Now, here's a few things that we got to talk about. We see Tyson Fury at ringside. He is watching from the crowd, and Karrion Kross and Scarlett is watching from the crowd as well. And then we get to the match. We see Drew McIntyre. Well, first, before I actually talk about that, the entrance, we got to talk about the amazing video package with the Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns feud. With that video package, it was freaking amazing. If you have yet, just go check out the video package alone. It was very great. But then we get Broken Dreams. Yes, we do get Broken Dreams. We see the years of Drew McIntyre from 2009 and stuff like that. Yeah, we got Broken Dreams, and we got trolled so freaking bad. They played Broken Dreams, and yeah, we see, like, they did play it, like, literally, they did, and we see, you know, pretty much Drew McIntyre's years and stuff in the company, and then all of a sudden he just comes out to the theme song that he's been coming out to for the past few years. So yeah, they trolled the hell out of us with Broken Dreams. I really thought that he was going to come out to it, but no, he still comes out with the fucking with that freaking song. So yeah, but yeah, that's what happened there. And then we get Roman Reigns coming out, and then of course the Usos are not with them because, you know, they got stuff down here and stuff like that. So yeah, they're not with Roman Reigns tonight, and Sami Zayn isn't too. So yeah, none of the Bloodline is with Roman tonight. But yeah, we get to the match. It was a slow-paced match to begin with. Like, you know, they're doing tie-ups and all that stuff. So yeah, grappling up and all that stuff. So it was very slow to begin with and very start. And then we get picking up the pace a little bit. They go outside the ring. At one point, Karrion Kross threw a water bottle at Drew. And then Drew pretty much having a stare down with Karrion Kross. But other than that, he did not interfere in this match at all. And, you know, there was brawling outside the ring. They get back into the ring, going at it and stuff. Roman and Drew. Roman at one point grabbed the mic and tells everybody to acknowledge him, and then he turns around. He gets hit with a headbutt at one point by Drew, and then it was getting pretty good. At one point, we see Roman hit the spear on the Drew, pins him, but Drew kicks out at 2, and then they go back outside of the ring. We see Drew spear Roman through the barricade, and then throws him back into the ring, setting up for the Claymore, but Roman moves out the way and stuff. But then we see another scene where Roman's working on Drew. He runs to the ropes. Actually, before he hits that second spear, he actually locked on the guillotine, and Drew looks like he was about to pass out, but he started fighting out of it and all that stuff. And then Roman hits the second spear onto Drew, pins him. Thought it was going to be all over there. 1, 2, Drew barely kicks out 2. That's when Roman grabs the referee, telling the referee that he's going to slap the shit out of him. Like, he literally was telling him that. And then we see Drew come up from behind him, hitting a Claymore to the back of the head of Roman. But when Roman got hit with the Claymore, he falls on top of the referee, knocking the referee out the ring. So, yeah, Drew goes for the pin, but obviously there ain't no referee there. Oh, wait, nah, he didn't go for the pin, my fault. He hit the Claymore, and yeah, that happened. But both of them was down. But then Austin Theory comes running out to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. He does got another referee with him. He's running down to the ring. He's trying to cash in, but then all of a sudden he gets knocked out by Tyson Fury. So every single time that Austin Theory tries to cash in the Money in the Bank, too bad, he always gets screwed out of it. He's always getting knocked out. So yeah, that's what happened there. Austin Theory got knocked out by Tyson Fury. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then the referee gets back into the ring because Drew hits a second Claymore onto Roman, pins him. 1, 2, Roman barely kicks out at 2. Both of them still going at it. And then we see another Claymore from Drew, and he pins him. 1, 2, and then the referee got pulled out the ring by somebody that had a hoodie on. Come to find out, it was the Usos of the brother Solo Sikoa. So yeah, from NXT, he's been down there, but I think he hasn't been on TV for like a month or so. And yeah, he makes his debut on the main roster, gets on the ring apron, having a little scuffle with Drew, but then pulls Drew down on the top rope and stuff. Drew turns around, he gets hit with the third spear by Roman, and then Roman pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre tonight at Clash at the Castle and has retained the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. That's what happened. Great match. And yeah, Solo Sikoa has joined the Bloodline and debuted on the main roster. So yeah, by the way, my predictions was on point. Okay, pretty much. Only had one match wrong, and that was Rey Mysterio Edge defeating the Judgment Day, which I thought the Judgment Day was going to win, but I still guess that Dominik was going to turn heel anyways. And I said that Roman was going to win this match, and that Solo Sikoa was going to debut. And that's why I literally said, I didn't say it on my YouTube channel in that predictions, but I did say it on my TikTok page, which you could go check out. I did say it in that prediction video. So yeah, after having some thought about it and stuff like that, I did say that Solo Sikoa was possibly going to debut and screw Drew McIntyre out of this match. So yeah, my guesses was on point. But yeah, just great stuff. But yeah, Roman Reigns defeated Drew, and yeah, for this match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match. It was very slow to begin with, but other than that, it was pretty good. It started picking up the pace and stuff. And then after the match ended, Tyson Fury gets in the ring, shakes Roman's hand. Roman leaves out, and then pretty much she starts cheering up Drew, starts singing with them, and then Drew starts singing with them, and yeah, that was the end of the show. But yeah, pretty great pay-per-view for tonight's Clash of the Castle. I gotta give it 9 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a very great pay-per-view. If you haven't yet, go check it out. The whole pay-per-view. The main event was great. Match of the night, I would say, was Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle. That match was great. Gunther versus Sheamus was pretty damn good. Go check that one out. Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler was way better than what I thought it was. So yeah, it was a very great match. Let's see, Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day was a pretty good match, but it was great to see Dominik turn heel. And then we had the kickoff match, which was, just there. And then we see that 6 women's tag team match, which was alright, but definitely wasn't the best. That was probably my least favorite match for the night. But yeah, other than that, Clash of the Castle, great pay-per-view. If you have yet, just go check out the whole pay-per-view. It was really great. But yeah, that has been my WWE Clash of the Castle 2022 review. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikTok pages. They'll all be down there in the description box. So yeah, go check it all out. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for tomorrow night's All Out pay-per-view review. See you guys later until then, and same for Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then.